horror movies, whether it's a witch, some sort of supernatural being, or a man-made killer or anything, there's always some sort of antagonist. And in this movie, it's so interesting the way these characters look. The In many ways, the antagonist is light, the cave, darkness, but there's actually creatures that are within this movie. How did you guys go about creating something that's so unique and different rather than just your traditional witch or, again, in The Reckoning, stuff like that? It works in certain things. Now, in this movie, what was the thought process of creating these monsters?
Well, the process for these ones was to actually just simplify them as much as
Yeah.
possible, and the whole concept of the crawlers was that they were the cavemen who stayed in the cave. Like at some point in our human evolution, there was, when we were literally living in caves, um, humanity evolved, and most of us left the caves, went out. I also been attacked by the dog.
Ah, we got a little friend in there.
Arr,
There you go.
a crawler. The idea was to simplify them. So it was this thing of the cavemen who stayed in the cave. That some of us evolved out of the cave, and these guys evolved into the cave, and into the darkness. And it was simply a question of like, okay, if you lived in the darkness for several 100,000 years, what would you evolve as? That your sight wouldn't really matter anymore, so you go blind.
Yeah,
Be things like hearing and almost like a sonar kind of vibe to it,
right. Your
smell and
senses would
hearing.
just kind
Your
of
senses would
amplify so much.
absolutely. So we kind of designed them around that of having kind of bigger ears and cataracts and things like that. So that and also their eyes are almost starting to sort of seal up uh, in that evolution of things. Um, and then it really was just a case of like some pretty basic prosthetics. I mean, they were incredible prosthetics, but there wasn't much to them. So the prosthetics on the face, and then the rest of it was they were just like naked dudes with like G strings. They had these
Yeah,
like G strings glued to them, and then they were all sprayed up with like veins, and they would look pale, and
yeah.
then covered in slime for the most part. And then that was it really. But I also I specifically cast people to play them. My the model for the the look was
Right.
Iggy Pop. Was like
Ah,
that Iggy Pop look of like being
it's interesting.
skinny
Right.
but really muscular, like very lithe. I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of a creepy look. I didn't want them to be like bulky, like Schwarzenegger bulky, because they probably don't eat enough, but they are very athletic, so they're kind of, you know, they're pumped, but and they're ripped, but they're kind of skinny at the same time. So I was finding people who look like that really.